Hello YouTube, today I'd like to show you how to create a calendar and add it to Wix. Wix is a popular online website editor, but its selection of calendar widgets is limited. Therefore, we will be using pincalendar.com to make our calendar. First, we're going to create an account. Simply enter username and password and your email address. You will receive an email. What you need to do next is click on the confirmation link. This will open up a new page from which you can confirm that it was indeed you who created the account. A default calendar will be automatically created for you. The default style is red, but you can change it later and I'll show you how to do that. Let's start by adding an event. We'll give the event a title. Let's call this. We have a photo. We want to show a medium of thumbnail. Alright, so we have our event with event details. Alright, so next step, what we're going to do is embed the calendar on Wix. So there's two ways of doing this. You could go to the main menu and click on Embed Calendar, or you can click on this large button here. Now, we're going to be embedding the calendar on Wix. So we need to click on the Wix tab. The difference between the regular embed code and the Wix code is that the regular, if you have access to a regular website, this code will auto size the frame in which the calendar is shown. Whereas on Wix, because of limitations on how the Wix handles iframes, you have to manually set the height. So no big deal, we can do this manually as well. What we're going to do is click on copy. We're going to copy the embed code, close this window, going to go back to Wix editor. So you can see this is a standard page editor. We're going to select add, and we're going to go all the way down here. Under more, select HTML iframe, and it's going to give us a widget here. We're going to click on enter code and right click and select paste to paste the embed code. The embed code will show our calendar inside an iframe window. So the only thing you may want to adjust is to avoid scroll bars. You may need to play with the height here of the iframe window in which the calendar is shown. So we'll just leave it at 1050 pixels high, hoping that this is going to be high enough to fit the calendar. So, all right, so let's move this component around. So there's two things going on. The calendar is going to be shown inside this iframe. So what we want to do is we want to resize this. So let's get rid of this thing first. Don't want this. We don't want this. So just pressing on the delete. So what we want to do is scroll down until see at this moment the component height, the widget's height is taller than our calendar. All right, so now it fits perfectly without scroll bars. And we can go to preview, and here's our calendar. Right, so here's our event. And that's how it's going to work on our Wix website. All right. Okay, I'd like to show you some things you might run into, some issues you might run into when embedding the calendar. So just for this example, I added a background on my Wix page and I added a few extra events. So what you're going to see is all of a sudden, when you have upcoming events, the calendar is larger. So one way, the harder way of taking care of this issue is just to resize the calendar. So what we can do is we can make the widget larger, and we need to make the embed code larger as well. So we need to change the height of the embed code to 2050, for example. It just needs to be large enough so it'll accommodate our events. And then we need to size it so we can get rid of the scroll bars again. If you're okay with the scroll bars, we don't need to do this. But if you want to get rid of the scroll bars, just have to size it until they're no longer shown. So when we go to preview now, you can see the upcoming events below. And this is how our calendar is looking. When we click on the event, it'll take us to the event details. Another way of taking care of this is to change our calendar so our upcoming events are no longer shown. This is going to result in a less tall calendar. So if we want to, we can unclick show upcoming events below the calendar. So as you can see right now, we need to go back to Wix and let's preview and reload. Okay, so doing that gets rid of the upcoming events from being shown below the calendar. The height of the widget always has to be taller than the height of the embed code. Otherwise, the scroll bars will be shown. Finally, I'd like to show you a few ways you can customize the calendar even more. So let's go back into calendar. Select from the main menu, select edit calendar. What we're going to do is change the width of the calendar. So let's make it more narrow, 600. Let's make it 600. Let's pick a different style. Let's maybe pick this style. Let's add a title. And we want to show the title. Let's change the colors on the page. The background color, let's make it a light blue. Let's make the title greenish. And let's get rid of the tabs and we'll change it to arrows. And let's squish everything down so we get flat buttons. And we'll get rid of the rounding on the buttons. So let's show everything square. And one other thing I'd like to show you is you can get rid of the email, asking for email newsletter. You can get rid of that if you choose to here. And you can also add photos. So we added you can add a photo for January, right? So let's see how our calendar looks like. Each month can have a photo. We change the background color. We change the title color. We decided to go for a flatter look. See, here's our photo for January and our photo for February. Okay. To update Wix, let's go back to Wix. Let's edit the code. Since we made it to 600, let's make the width of the iframe 650. Just to give us some room. And this is what our calendar is looking like right now. Thanks for watching. Check out pincalendar.com.